So right now we're driving towards the town of Arivaca. It's a little community out here in the Sonoran Desert, about 12 miles north of the border, southwest of Tucson. And around that town are a bunch of trails that migrants use to cross into the United States. Even though we're on American soil, so people wouldn't think of like a humanitarian crisis taking place within the boundaries of the United States. Like, that's what this is, and we have to call it what it is and treat it like what it is.
There isn't a way to be prepared to enter into the desert. It's between the rocks, the cactus, just like, the paths are not stable in any shape, form, or fashion. You're not prepared, and I'm telling you right now, I was not prepared for what I saw and what the process was once I got there.
This is an example of a jug that I left out here on February 13th. You know, you sometimes draw stuff or just say good luck or, you know, little messages on it. And in this spot there was about 20 gallons left here, and when we came in just now, everything was either gone or all the ones that are here are empty, which means to me somebody drank them. What we're really trying to do is make sure people stay alive that choose to take this journey. So folks can only carry a couple gallons with them when they start, and even we're only about 10 miles north of the border here, and people have usually run out of water by the time they're this far in. They have another 20, 30 miles to go. I often think of this area of the border as kind of like a large mass grave. I mean, thousands and thousands of people have died just in this area of Arizona in the past, 10, 15 years. The Border Patrol is very intentionally using this terrain as the border, and knowing that people do die out here and knowing that it's a tough journey. That's the enforcement strategy, is to funnel people into a deadly, perilous desert.
This is Robin of the Calibri Center for Human Rights. This is a fairly new nonprofit that actually focuses on helping people, no matter nationality or documentation, find loved ones that were last seen crossing the US-Mexican border.
I've been working on this issue since 2006, and the learning that I've done since then has really been about discovering a massive service gap for the families. We're trying to establish links because the other tragedy that's unfolded here is not only a tragedy of the loss of life, but the disappearance of thousands. So now we have more than 2,000 missing persons reports and more than 900 unidentified bodies in Tucson.
Unfortunately, there's been a move away from discourse of care and move towards a discourse of fear, which sells. The effects of this fear-mongering has the deepest effects on real people's lives.
Just right now in Arizona, we're seeing massive $1 million budget cuts to the universities, and in the same day, the governor is trying to push through a $5 million increase to the private prison industry. So it's these kinds of choices that are being made both locally and nationally that are not only damaging for the people attempting to cross the border, which they're doing for their families or for their own survival, but it's also damaging for our communities on the border.
Stay tuned for more to come. This is Elon James White, and you are watching the AZ Dispatch.